people. Today, tips to mastering your hunger. I'm gonna scoot back a little bit. So this is kind of a topic that a lot of people are going to go through, because if you have dieted in the past, if you've been exposed to clean eating, paleo, keto, any type of thing with flexible dieting or like macros or anything, you're going to be exposed to not knowing when your hunger is, just because you're so number driven based. All right. For example, for one, time of hunger. All right. Some people are very caught up in, I have to eat at certain times, but you guys know with me, metabolism runs over a 24-hour window. If you're still living and breathing, your metabolism is going. It just doesn't shut off saying I'm not hungry or whatever. You can always reset food, yes, but if you're not hungry, that is where people often get in trouble, because they don't know what times they're actually hungry, all right? For example, intermittent fasters, when they have that one huge meal, or the OMAD people, 1 meal a day at night, there's a reason they're not hungry for the remainder of the day, just because that the next day and even throughout the night, the metabolism is assimilating and digesting that food, all right? That's why they can go pretty much a whole full day without eating. Now, if you have a bigger meal or dinner before bed, expect the next morning probably not to be as hungry, or push your food back later in the day. This is not me saying that you need to fast at all. Just expect, more than likely, it's very individual dependent if you're going to be hungry or not. All right, so your time of hunger is going to be big. Some people like to eat bigger meals at night. Some people like to eat bigger meals in the morning. Some people are just not hungry at all when they wake up, and that's completely fine. It's all about figuring out what's up to you. All right. Next, fullness, satiety. There's levels to fullness. All right. I learned this from a registered dietitian a few years ago. I read her book. Talked about different levels of fullness, and if you're doing intuitive eating, you're pretty much going to be, I'm not going to say an expert at it, but you're going to be pretty in tune with your hunger. Okay. For example, I remember one of the big cues for fullness was, we don't want to reach that scales when, you go to Thanksgiving and you pretty much just digging away until, you can't bust. That's that top full level of fullness. All right. At some point in that, you reaching that top level 10, you are ignoring your satiety. You're ignoring your hunger. All right. And most people push past that because they know that food's not going to be available again, or some of them fast it coming into Thanksgiving or that big meal, and they just want to eat and eat and eat and eat. All right. So, knowing your fullness is going to be a journey, all right? Especially dieters, all right? Dieters like to eat until they are physically full, and depending on how long we've been in a deficit, mentally full as well, all right? Just because you're satiated physically does not mean you're satiated mentally, all right? There's two different aspects. Next, calories, fat loss, and so forth, all right? You guys heard me talk before. When you are in a calorie deficit, when you're in a diet, expect hunger at times. Should you be hungry all the time? No. Should it start out that way? No, but expect to be hungry, just because you're pulling your body away from its homeostasis, its happy place. So if you like to normally set at 150 pounds and you're pulling away from that, that's your body saying, hey, you know what? I need some body fat. I need some weight back on me. We need to start eating more. So that's when the leptin and ghrelin, the signals start coming back up, and that's where leptin usually drops, that satiety hormone, just because it wants you to keep eating and eating until we get back to this happy place. All right, but I could talk about set points and settling points all day. That's for another video. But anyways, guys, that's a few tips for helping to get in touch with your hunger. It's going to be very experimentational. I do suggest, when you are looking to work on your hunger and work on your fullness, do not do it when you're in a diet. All right, this should be homework. Like, if this is your dieting phase starting here, this should be homework beforehand. All right, you should be knowing where you're full, how much a certain meal makes you full, and so forth. All right, you shouldn't be trying to do this in a fat loss phase because, like I said, you're going to expect to be feeling hungry in a fat loss phase, and you should not always be trying to eat to fullness all the time. All right. Anyways, guys, like, comment, subscribe, follow me at Real Johnson Gill, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.